My family laughed at my tiny apartment and called me a failure until I showed up to brunch holding a Lamborghini key and invited them to my $6.8 million glass mansion. Hi Reddit, I'm Natalie, 29, and for as long as I can remember, I've been the family's favorite punching bag. I was the emotional one, the unfocused one, the underachiever who never quite fit into their picture-perfect frame of success. Growing up, my sister Emily, 31, was the golden child. She married early, worked in PR, and flooded social media with her perfect little family photos that my parents worshipped like sacred art. Meanwhile, I was the outcast. I dropped out of college, struggled through freelance jobs, and spent years in a tiny studio apartment that barely fit a couch and a desk. I was teaching myself coding and UI/UX design, trying to build something from scratch. But to them, I was just wasting time. Every holiday gathering turned into a subtle roast session. You still living in that cracker box? My uncle would ask, smirking over his champagne. Any luck with those little projects of yours? My sister would add with a fake smile, maybe Emily can help you get a real job. I stopped responding after a while. I'd just sit there quietly, smiling, pretending it didn't hurt, while inside I was slowly building something they couldn't even begin to understand. 2 years ago, I co-founded a startup with 2 brilliant women I met online. We worked day and night, sleepless but determined. Our product started small but soon caught attention. First TechCrunch, then Forbes. We got funding, then offers, and finally, an acquisition we couldn't refuse. $13.6 million later, I was sitting on a life none of them even imagined I was building. And the best part? I never told a soul. Then came last week. My mom decided to host a family brunch. Just dress nicely, she said. Emily's bringing friends. Don't embarrass us. I wore black jeans, a silk blouse, and confidence I hadn't worn in years. The moment I walked in, Uncle Darren's eyes dropped to my shoes. Still rocking the budget look, huh? Emily kissed my cheek lightly. You look better. Still living in that little apartment, though? Must be rough. I smiled softly. Actually, I just moved last week. Emily raised an eyebrow, not expecting that. But before she could speak, my mom's eyes landed on the Lamborghini key in my hand. Wait, is that? I looked down, pretending to notice it for the first time. Oh, this? Yeah, just a little housewarming gift to myself. The room fell silent. Uncle Darren nearly spit his mimosa. Emily's smile froze. My mom tried to regain her composure. Housewarming gift. For what house? She asked. Oh, nothing fancy, I said calmly. Just something new. Needed more space. Mom's obsession with square footage kicked in immediately. You bought a condo? She asked, voice sharp. A house, I replied simply. They all froze. Emily scoffed, panic flickering across her face. Where? You couldn't possibly afford anything around here.
I didn't respond.
Instead, I slid a white envelope across the table. Anyway, I'm having a little housewarming next weekend. You're all invited. They hesitated before opening it. Inside was a simple invitation, minimalist cardstock, address, dress code, and valet service provided. Emily looked it up on her phone. Wait, this address? That's the glass house in Ridgepoint Heights. I bit into a scone.
Yeah.
It went on the market in May. I made an offer before the open house. Silence. My mom looked like her world just tilted sideways. Emily's mouth opened, but no sound came out. A week later, the cars began arriving, Mercedes, Autos, Teslas, and mine, a Lamborghini Huracan Evo, sat proudly in the driveway. I stood near the fountain greeting guests, my startup friends laughing beside me, women who'd built themselves from the ground up. Then came my family, pulling up in their mid-sized SUV, eyes wide and jaws tight. My mom whispered, "This is your house?" I smiled. "Welcome." Then came the twist I didn't see coming. A tall man in a navy suit walked up holding roses. "Hey, Nat," he said warmly. "Thought I'd stop by early." It was Zach, Emily's high school ex. The one she dumped for not being ambitious enough. Emily's face went pale. Zach looked around. Place looks amazing. You've really built something incredible. Thanks, I said, smiling. Want a tour? Would love one. As I walked away, I heard Emily whisper to herself, what the hell is going on? The party was in full swing. Laughter and music drifted through the courtyard. Champagne sparkled in glasses, and the evening sun reflected off my glass walls like a dream. Every detail of the house screamed intentional, minimal, elegant, powerful. But my family didn't fit in. My mom clutched her purse like someone might steal it. Uncle Darren lingered by the appetizers, watching like a security guard. Emily looked like she was fighting a panic attack, her eyes darting from the infinity pool to the floor-to-ceiling windows, trying to comprehend that her failure of a sister owned this place. Finally, she snapped. This is ridiculous, she hissed near the kitchen island. You living here? You probably leased everything. What did you do, Mary Rich? I smiled softly and pulled out my phone.
No, Emily.
Paid in full. I showed her the closing contract.
No mortgage.
No cosigner. And no, I didn't marry rich. I became rich. She stared, lost for words. Her husband whispered, damn. You know what's funny? I continued. 2 years ago, I applied for a contract role at your PR firm. You told them I wasn't a culture fit. Her face flushed red. Later, I found Mom sitting alone in the garden room. Her champagne was untouched, her face blank. You could have told us, she said quietly. Told you what? I asked gently. That you were successful. That you had money. We thought you were struggling. I let out a small laugh, not cruel, just honest. You wanted me to struggle. It made Emily shine brighter. It made you feel right. She looked away, tears filling her eyes. Well, you could have shared earlier.
Why?
So you could take credit? Or so you could guilt me into paying for everyone's problems? I stood up. You mocked me for years. And now you're sitting in my house wondering how you missed it. The next morning, my phone buzzed with messages. Emily, I've been thinking about this beauty app idea. Mom, can you help us refinance the lake house? Uncle Darren, lunch? I have an investment idea. Suddenly, everyone needed me. The same people who mocked me now wanted a piece of my success. Days later, my mom called again. Natalie, we need to talk. About the family. About support. I took a deep breath. You don't want to talk, Mom. You want me to fix everything. Her voice softened. You know we've always loved you. No, I said calmly. You loved the version of me who made you feel superior. The struggling one. The one who didn't count. There was silence. I'm not angry, I added. I'm just done. This version of me doesn't set herself on fire to keep everyone else warm. Then I hang up. That weekend, I sent a final email to the family. Hi, everyone. I need space. Please don't reach out for loans or business ideas. I'm choosing peace, boundaries, and healing. I wish you well, Natalie. Then I deleted the family group chat. 3 weeks later, Emily posted a video online, red-eyed, sitting in her car. The caption, how jealousy tore my family apart. She claimed money changed me. But the truth? Money didn't change me. Freedom did. Now, I wake up every morning in my dream home. Barefoot, coffee in hand, music playing, and peace filling the rooms that I built myself. 6 months later, I traveled alone to Italy. Learned to cook pasta from a woman named Sophia who didn't speak a word of English, but called me Bella. I invested in startups led by women like me, the ones no one believed in. Zach and I reconnected. No pressure, just two adults who remembered who we were before the world tried to define us. As for my family, they're still watching from afar, whispering, wondering how I did it. And I'm still rising, door locked, heart open, finally free. If you made it this far, tell me, would you forgive them or walk away too? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories like this.